think it's all about informing them and letting them know in a fun way so that they know their culture, they know their roots. But it's not like, because like I think sometimes when we provide that information, it's kind of, it doesn't reach out to us because it can be boring. And I want to create fun ways to teach people about their culture and not create like a space where like they're just gonna completely ignore you. Yeah. Sorry.
COCO2 has been like honestly one of like the most accepting spaces I've seen, and in turn that's also one community. But essentially, what is community? During PCC, the circle for me was community. To be part of such a big tradition, to be part of when P. Joseph talked about how other upperclassmen have done this, that was community. And I feel like it's all misunderstanding for people because they do not know the definition of community, and we need to convey what community is. It's such a broad term that, yeah, it's open to interpretation, but PCC is for us to come together. When I was looking at us performing and at like during run-throughs and how everything that everybody was complaining during community forum, how it took forever, it took so much of our time. But if they did not realize the community that we have made through after all of those during run-throughs and everything was following together really nicely, then I don't know what else you can do instead of informing them. You have to point out what community is. And for the SAC board, as I understand it, it's just like SAC is a political space, first of all, and for us to be a part of the SAC and be more political is that we can't mobilize Filipino Philams, because I don't consider myself Philam, I'm Filipino. That's how I live myself. But it's just we need to mobilize us to be more a part of SAC. We need to be in touch with the roots. We need to know our struggle from the past to be part of the fight for the struggle right now. And that is what PCC is about, and we need to explain to them through our logs or whatever that this is what is happening, this is what PC is about, and what the show is about with the script and everything. And I think that's just one way to build our relationship with SAC, and also just for SAC to come out.
So we have 3 more questions for the COCOs. Who had a question for the COCOs? So we're going to go Jarrell, Rachel, and then Chris. And then if you have more questions. So first Jarrell, Rachel, and then Kabak.
Hi. So my question is, as COCO coordinators, your primary task is to spread awareness about Filipino American culture. So if someone went up to you and asked you, what does that look like? How would you describe and define Filipino American culture?
One thing that I realized in this space is, and also growing in Manila, is that Filipino culture is very Tagalog-centric. If you know, I don't know if you know what I mean by that. Being Filipino it's encompassing many cultures. For you to define Filipino as just Tagalog is completely wrong. There's Ilocano, there's Ilocano, there's everyone. And there's no one word to define it. You just have to show them what it is. And if you show them what it is, through PCC you can say that, but it's just, it's being Filipino is, it's more than just the language. It's more than just the food. It's what we've grown up with. It's what we are. And it's an ever-changing thing, as any culture is. And I feel like you really can't say what Filipino is, because I feel like it's a very individual type of thing. I'm a different Filipino from what kind of Filipino she is. I went through different things. I was exposed to different things as a Filipino, as a kid, or as anything, as a student. And I feel like you really can't answer that question, but the only one way that you can show it is through, I guess, yeah, like those superficial things like food and dances, but in a way you can't really explain what being a Filipino is, because it's more of what you are and what you identify as yourself and what you've been through.
I would express, I totally agree. I feel that you can't just say what it really is unless if you experience it and you go through it, or it's in front of you. I would tell them it's like dinuguan. You look at it and you assume what it's gonna taste like just by the way it looks, and like it's just like seeing like a Filipino community. Just by watching it and seeing it, you think you know, but when you actually try it and you're within it, you know what dinuguan tastes like. You know what it's like to be within that community, what it's like to face their obstacles, and how they come together in just facing problems. And I think that's what Filipino culture is all about. Like, my parents have always told me that whenever they would have a problem in their house, like, it was not only them as like family, it involved the neighbors. Like, all the neighbors would come and help, just even for like a simple problem. And like, family, like, within the household wasn't just a community, but it was like the houses outside of it, the people outside, the people that were living outside of it, and how they came together to work through every struggle, and no one was alone. They always had someone by their side.
And so, 2 more questions.